But the doors leading to the hallway that go to the Stephen King room, it was moving. And I thought for a second, oh my gosh, this door is moving on its own. What is going on?
Hey guys, we're Weekend Runaways. I'm Jessica, and while on a work trip in Colorado, my husband Jeff and I decided to stay at the Stanley Hotel with our friends Lucas and Michelle. And let's just say, it was creepier than we thought it would be. A quick disclaimer, this video is a little spookier than our usual vlogs. It's not gruesome, but there is talk of ghosts and some footage that shows possible paranormal activity. It is nothing to be afraid of. But if you are looking for something a bit lighter, we've got videos on Disneyland treats and Dollywood that won't rob you of any sleep. Anyway, if you're in the mood to run away to the haunted resort that inspired The Shining, then come play with us forever and ever and ever as we explore the Stanley Hotel.
We just checked into our room at the Stanley, which happens to be on the 4th floor, which they say is haunted by the sound of children laughing. So we're gonna see how that goes tonight.
That's cozy.
Smells haunted.
Yeah. Does smell haunted. Gone this way. Hi. Oh yeah, we should have. Oh my gosh.
There it is.
There's no turning back now. Oh, it's not working. Wrong spot. Oh. The TV's already on. Oh, okay. I don't know why that scared me.
There was something creepy about the bathroom. I didn't know why at the time, but with the sun starting to set, we decided to explore the property grounds and take in the views while there was still some light left.
I never realized that the grounds of the Stanley were actually so beautiful. I mean, it's definitely got an eerie atmosphere, especially up by the building. Oh my gosh, there's a dragonfly. But this is gorgeous. They have ponds and flowers and trees and dragonflies, apparently. We are now exploring inside the lodge, which is the other building to the Stanley Hotel. And they have other rooms here. You can stay here. I think they have their own restaurant. It actually almost feels creepier than the main hotel, because the main hotel right now is so busy with people. It's Saturday night, it's summer. There's a lot of people here who are doing ghost tours and activities. There's a lot going on, people just walking the grounds. But the lodge is like completely deserted, so right now it feels a bit more eerie. Lots of mirrors everywhere at the Stanley. I think my outfit, I match the building. I look like one of the pillars in the building. Here we have a hallway that I think leads to some of the rooms here. I don't know if any of them are haunted, but this lodge certainly gives off really creepy vibes. We'll see how it is later tonight at the other room.
All throughout the resort, there were pictures of Freeland Oscar Stanley and his wife Flora. Apparently, Stanley had moved to Colorado after coming down with tuberculosis, which was pretty much a death sentence at the time. He moved to Estes Park, hoping the mountain air would improve his condition. And it did. So much so that he built the Stanley Hotel in 1909 as a luxury resort that would put Estes Park on the map.
So right at the top of the grand staircase, which is said to have quite a bit of haunted activity, people often claim to see shadows here and have hot spots and get a lot of readings on ghost equipment. They also say that you're not supposed to have mirrors facing each other. There's a lot of mirrors facing each other in the grand staircase.
Speaking of shadows, while going through the footage from earlier that day, we noticed this one in the hallway to the left of the staircase. While it could just be the camera auto-adjusting its brightness, or someone casting a shadow from off-screen, there is something about its shapelessness and how it glides by that feels somewhat paranormal. What do you think? The four of us toured the hotel's famous areas, starting with room 217.
We're now in search of room 217, which is significant mostly because it is the room that the author Stephen King stayed in when he stayed at the Stanley, had his horrible nightmare, and which inspired his book, The Shining. Guests can stay in his room that he stayed in, but it does book up pretty quickly. People often feel a sense of dread when they're over here. It's also famous because a woman named Elizabeth Wilson, who worked in the hotel, supposedly had her accident where she kind of blew up, and they say that her ghost haunts the room as well. There's like a weird sound coming from the Stephen King room right there. And I think they might have a noise machine going on inside, which if I were them, I would absolutely do, because people are going to be coming up to your hotel room all night long.
Then there is the attic, which is off limits to guests, but covered in graffiti, and it always sounded like there was someone either walking on the steps or upstairs. And then room 428, named the Cowboy room after the cowboy apparition that guests reportedly see inside. We of course checked out the main staircase, which sees a lot of ghostly activity, and the new hedge maze out front, which doesn't see any activity because the hedges are underdeveloped and sad.
We are here at the Stanley Hotel under a full moon. We are trudging deep into a somewhat shallow labyrinth.
Feels like a Christmas tree farm.
It does feel like a Christmas tree farm at the moment. So actually, this will be a pretty long maze once it's fully grown.
Anyway, we grabbed a nightcap, and I found this spot where they filmed the Aspen bar scene in Dumb and Dumber.
No way. That's great. We landed on the moon!
And then headed up to our room and watched Dumb and Dumber.
Beautiful outfits.
That's when I decided to wander out and tour everything one more time. Maybe alone, I would capture something spooky.
It's definitely much creepier exploring by yourself at night. There's so many more creaks and noises that you hear. I feel like my footsteps are so loud. So I feel like I keep seeing this door move. This is the door that leads into where the Stephen King room is. It's like opening and moving. stairs leading to the hallway that go to the Stephen King room, it was moving. And I thought for a second, oh my gosh, this door is moving on its own. What is going on? Turns out I think there's an air vent right behind it, and the air was pushing it kind of open. So I guess that solves that mystery, but for a second, it was extremely, extremely creepy. I can hear noises coming from up there. It's so hard to tell because I feel like I can hear noises up there, but it could also just be creaking. I kept thinking I was gonna see a face pop.
Surprisingly, the ghost footage we ended up capturing happened not on my lonely walk, but inside our room as the three watched TV. While on the couch, someone noticed the bathroom door was moving, which prompted Jeff to take out his phone and record. At first, he didn't see anything inside, but when playing back the footage, he saw something in between the cracks, and we're still not sure what to think of it. Here it is at normal speed. And here it is slowed down. Now, to be transparent, there was a window open in the room, but the air felt still. No one felt a breeze, which was what made the door's movement feel off to begin with. Then there's the shadowy figure in the doorframe. While this could just be a case of pareidolia, the way the shadow fills only a portion of the crack before moving feels off. I mean, we are on the most haunted floor of one of the most haunted hotels in the world, so there's that. But this could also just be confirmation bias. What do you think?
Good morning from the Stanley Hotel. I think we survived.
We all slept great through the night. It was peaceful and quiet, and the bathroom ghost kept to himself. And now it was time for breakfast at the lodge next door.
Rise and Shining. The Grady twins.
It's like I ended up getting.
Here's Johnny. Danny Boy. All right, we have the French toast bites, and they have a Redrum sauce. Oh no, it's the red sauce, which is probably strawberry or raspberry. Tell us what it is, Jeff.
It's blood.
Try it.
Oh. It's like an elephant ear.
Right off the top. I'm officially a fan of red rum sauce. So this is the Rise and Shining. We've got eggs, potatoes, bacon, extra crispy, homemade biscuits apparently that they make from scratch. This looks absolutely incredible. Jeff has the breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Oh my gosh.
Stephen King would be so proud.
Stephen King would be very proud of that. Then Lucas has a breakfast sandwich.
It's called the Hey Johnny.
Hey Johnny. Hey Johnny. Very good. Nice. And then Michelle went all out and got the blueberry crepe.
It's bigger than my head.
It's bigger than her head.
Big head.
I said, no, you do not have a big head. That is incredible. Oh my gosh. And a side of hash browns, which, that is incredible.
Stanley burrito, or what should be called the burrito, but they didn't call it that. They missed an opportunity. And
Yes, that one.
I can't really say I recommend it. It's not bad, but it's kind of weird. When you have a burrito, you want to be able to like pick it up and eat it. But this, it's kind of like soup, And that tastes like kind of like tomato soup. And then, you know,
I like that one.
it's just so much food in there. It's good. It's just don't come here expecting McDonald's breakfast burrito because that's not what you get. This is like a breakfast lasagna. So I still enjoy it, but just a fair warning to any burrito lovers out there.
Our room here at the Stanley cost us about $530, and that was for a junior suite. And I'm not sure that would be worth it to us. I think if you were looking just to stay a night here, I'd maybe look at a regular room because the suite really didn't give you that much more space, unless you were gonna stay at one of the special suites that we checked out, like the room Stephen King stayed in or the Cowboy attic. Some of those more special haunted suites I think would be worth the price. But if you're coming to Estes Park or if you're anywhere around here, I highly recommend checking out the Stanley Hotel. Not only is it creepy and cozy, but it has so much history and it's absolutely gorgeous. A wonderful little weekend getaway here in the Rocky Mountains.
As we checked out and gave the lobby a last goodbye, I passed by an automobile on display. This was one of Stanley's own creations. Alongside his twin brother, they had developed a steam-powered car that revolutionized the automobile industry in the early 1900s. And yet, my eyes were not drawn to his invention, but to its Redrum license plate. Mr. Stanley deserves better. After learning about this man, how he overcame an incurable disease and lived to 91, and how he was a titan of industry, a visionary and businessman who revolutionized Estes Park, it was a rather sobering reality check to see him most famous for a haunted hotel. I guess in spite of our accomplishments and all that we do, we really can't control our legacy. How we're remembered will change over time, and things that are cutting edge now will be one day as useless as a steam-powered automobile. In the end, it's not just about our hard work or our efforts, but it's about our relationships. And if this haunted hotel taught me anything, it's how thankful I am for the ones I've got. We hope that you've enjoyed our escape into Estes Park. If you did, please like and subscribe so that you can help our channel grow. Anyway, have a great day and do something fun with those you love, because all work and no play makes Johnny a very dull boy.